Welcome back, Alpha Hunters. Hope everybody's having a great Thanksgiving weekend. The markets are closed for this short trading week. Obviously, the markets did not trade on Thursday, and they traded half day on Friday. So let's just kind of go through real quick, get back to our weekend, enjoying it, but let's just do the homework. Monday, not really too much was kind of going on, just kind of a slight gap down from Friday's close, but we just traded higher the whole day. The whole day just kind of went up until we got to about the last 45 minutes. Had a little bit of a pullback there, nothing crazy. Nice little gap down there on Tuesday. Nice little roll down there in the first hour. Kind of slowly grinded into the middle part of the day. Kind of made a daily high right there. We got Fed minutes right there at that time. And then we didn't really do much for the rest of the day. Just kind of flat. Yeah, Tuesday, not a whole lot going on. And then we got NVDA earnings. And this is where the market gets kind of weird, right? We had a gap up here on the SPY. And not too much was going on when we pumped very strongly there to start the day. We came back down. It was kind of just a choppy day there on Wednesday. So that was obviously right before Thanksgiving Day there on Thursday. But NVIDIA actually sold off very sharply to start the day there on Thursday. Didn't really gap all that much. That's why just kind of a weird day there on Wednesday because, most people were waiting for NVIDIA earnings Tuesday after the bell. And, the market didn't really trade with NVIDIA, so it was just kind of a weird day. Friday, half day, not much going on. You can see the market based on Friday just didn't do nearly anything. So that's kind of just the way the trading week kind of went. VIX this week, you can see the VIX just has absolutely just been getting crushed. Really ever since it kind of started the month of November, even ended October, just been getting crushed. So making a new yearly low here on the VIX, getting down to about 12.5, looking pretty good there. And we'll see if it continues to push down. The DXY, the dollar index. So kind of mentioned this, on the live stream this week. This is a pretty good spot to probably be taking it off. Even I think last week kind of mentioned this. Pretty good spot to be taking it off. Maybe makes sense that we rolled down a little bit more, but I don't blame you for taking it off some, at least right here, and see how the rest of it maybe sets up here over the next couple of weeks. But I would imagine we probably do go at least a little bit lower, and then we'll see what happens. Okay. GLD, Spider Gold Trust here. Nice little gap up there on Friday. It was a very nice, strong week. Kind of the early part of the week, Monday, Tuesday. That was basically where the action was for this week on gold. So it looks pretty good getting back up to this high that we had at the end of October. It's looking pretty good, looking pretty bullish there for gold. We'll have to see if the dollar starts to, bounce and rally here. Obviously, it won't be bullish for gold, but if it starts to really kind of drop off, obviously gold probably push up pretty good. All right, taking a look here at the 10-year yield. Now, this is the one that got a little sneaky this week. So Monday and Tuesday, you can see it pulled down a little bit there. Wednesday wicked below last week just a bit, and that was it. And then we kind of bounced. What's very interesting about that wick that we got there on Wednesday is it very much does overlap with that wick that we had back in August 22nd. So we got that little wick below last week, kind of retesting into that August high. Thursday, there's a little bit of trading there. Not a big deal. Don't worry about it. But then we started to push back higher, kind of coming back up to this 10 EMA. So it's going to be very interesting to see what yields do this next week. And I would be watching this because if we start to push back higher on yields, or at least the 10-year, right? That's the one most people kind of watch. You know what? It could be a thorn in the side of the market. So be curious to see what happens here with yields. 10-2 inversion. Continue its breakdown from last week a little bit. Not really too much going on here, so there wasn't really major movement across the yield curve. So okay, fair enough. Bonds, HYG here, strong. Beginning part of the week, nice little strong move here. Nothing crazy here to end out the week, but it looks like, probably continues up in the bullish manner. LQD, same kind of deal, strong start to the week. A little bit more of a reversal type action there to end out the week, especially ending on the lows there on Friday. So be curious to see how this kind of plays out early next week. TLT, the 20-year Treasury bond ETF, nice little push up early part of this week, but then we just came right back down to kind of where we started the week. Actually, even ended the week down from where we closed last week. So interesting look there on TLT. We kind of just filled this gap that we had back from September. We do have a little bit of a higher gap that we still have not filled. Just a lot higher of a gap here. Be curious to see what kind of plays out here on bonds early part of this next week. All right, take a look here at sector rotation for this short trading week. Not too much really in the way of like major market leadership or anything. Kind of just scrambled eggs throughout the whole week. You can see healthcare actually did perform the best over this week. XLV there. Staples, XLC communications, materials kind of in line there. And then we got real estate financials, tech, XLK, industrials, XLY, utilities, and energies kind of wrapping out the lower end of the week there. So yeah, just kind of an interesting look, just not major separation, kind of what you would expect for, a short week, holiday week. All right, taking a look here at week-over-week options change, and what was really interesting is we had a lot of selling of options this week. So for this next Friday, December 1st expiration, we actually had quite a bit of put selling. We also had quite a bit of put selling for then December 8th, and then a monster amount of put selling out there for December 15th. So kind of wondering if maybe people aren't really expecting a whole lot from the market. They're kind of willing to sell premium here for the last month of the trading year as we get into the last month of the trading here this next week. So yeah, just kind of curious to see how much put selling actually was kind of going on out there, because it wasn't just for the month of December. You can see January, even out into March, there was quite a bit of put selling, but not a whole lot of put buying. So I don't know if it was just kind of that way, as it was just a short trading week and not a lot of activity kind of going on out there. All right, take a look here at the RSP, the equal weighted SP 500. Very slow grind higher this week, continuing to kind of get up into this resistance kind of area. Not really through it. It's just making a slow grind through it. To me, there's not really much room of the upside right here. I'd want to see kind of where it kind of gets to, and then it pull back, and then see what kind of sets up there. To me, this is like kind of into a move, so I would just let it run for now and see how it sets up a little bit later. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, the DIA, yep, same kind of deal. I mean, it's into its run. Let it just continue to run. And that might be another thing that might be kind of interesting to see what happens with Wall Street as we come into Monday and Tuesday this next week, and just see, did they allow the market to run this week, and then they're going to come out and sell it maybe early this next week. The IWM, the Russell 2000 ETF, nice little sideways chop basically for the whole week. Nothing crazy. Looks pretty good to continue higher, especially the way it ended on Friday, but definitely didn't grind higher like some others. The Qs, well, very nice strong push there on Monday. And one thing about Monday is we had basically a shaved bottom there on Monday. Now, if you don't really know what a shaved bottom is, basically there is no wick on that candle. Okay. Now there could be a wick like on one end, but maybe one end of it does not have a wick. So basically the open there on Monday, there's no wick, like it didn't trade lower. It opened and immediately started running higher. So basically the open there on Monday was 386.05 and the low was 386.05. So that's very interesting. I am a firm believer of any shaved tops or bottoms on any candle, they'll eventually be broken. So that's kind of an interesting one to see that. And, the way the Qs traded really kind of as the week went on was just not good. I mean, we had a pretty good wick there on Wednesday. Even Friday was the only one of these 5 indexes that I kind of track here that actually ended the day negative. So interesting look there. SPY, the SP 500, kind of also had a nice little upper wick there on Wednesday. Friday was a pretty quiet day. There was, you already saw it, kind of nothing was going on. Very nice, strong day there on Monday. Did not have a perfect shaved bottom there on Monday's candle, but, it is what it is, not perfect. We did feel this gap down that we had back from August 3rd. So kind of a interesting situation that we did that on a very quiet week. We got some data out this week that wasn't exactly the best. So yeah, it was an okay trading week, and most of the activity was kind of done on Monday, and then we just had a gap up on Wednesday. And outside of that, the week didn't trade too bullish, too bearish. It was just kind of flat intraday for the most part. So outfunders, have a great rest of your weekend, and continue to kind of watch those yields because they definitely seemed, at least that 10-year was definitely seeming like it was basing pretty good here. Alrighty, take care, outfunders.